Okay, guys, social media 101. Join the conversation. You want to get involved? You want to get, get your social media going? So we'll go right into it. Okay, before we get started, guys, a little background on Champions Way, a little bit about us so you understand. Champions Way was founded in 1998 by Master Farid Dodar, world champion kickboxer, owner of one of the largest schools in British Columbia, and one of the most successful schools. Champions Way serves over 5,000 martial arts schools and currently employs 60 plus people. Our headquarters is in Vancouver, British Columbia, and I'm actually in the office located in New Jersey. A little bit more about us, guys. If you'd like to follow us, here's our Facebook fan page. You can go to facebook.com/championswayfans, twitter.com/championsway, youtube.com/championswayinc, our blog.championsway.com, and the world's largest martial arts business and training community, community.championsway.com. So if you'd like to check out some of our materials, our blogs, our videos, this is the best way to get as much information about Champions Way as you like. Okay, so everyone is talking about your brand, whether you like it or not. So you better join in. That's what we're talking about today. Social media. There's a lot of people have said like, oh, it's too hard. I don't really need to do it. I don't have the time. So the one quote I like everyone to remember is, everyone is talking about your brand, whether you like it or not. So you might as well join in. So keep that in mind. So even if you're not participating in social media, people are talking about, ABC martial arts. Okay, they are talking about you. So whether it's good or bad, you must join in. So we're going to go into it. We're going to talk a little bit about the basics, and let's get started. So just to show you a statistic about social media has overtaken pornography as the #1 activity on the web. All right, that's amazing. That social media in 4 short years has overtaken the #1 activity on the web in just 4 years. Okay, let's just also go over a couple stats here just to give you an idea. That's why this is a social media 101 webinar. To reach 50 million user base, it took radio 38 years. It took television 13 years. Internet 4 years. iPod, it took 3 years. Now, those are some amazing stats, but in comparison to this, Facebook has added 200 million users in less than a year. Remember, let's just think about that for a second. Television, 13 years to get 50 million people. Okay? Facebook, 200 million users in less than a year. That's just amazing. So let's just go on to the next slide. The people that have said social media is a fad or not to use Facebook are complete idiots. All right, I'm sorry. There's just no other way to put it. Okay, so keep that in mind. That if you're not using Facebook for your school, for your brand, whether you're in martial arts or not, you're just really missing it. You're really missing what you should be doing. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, the people that said that before about it's a fad or you shouldn't use Facebook for your business, one thing I've noticed is that those people are now using it. So good for them. It's good that they finally did the proper research and proper studying, okay, on the science of social media, because this is a science. Okay, this isn't just like you said, they said it was a fad, or we're hoping that this becomes the next big thing. This is here and it's here to stay, and this is the new form of marketing. So we're going to go over a lot of different tips for you guys. Like I said, basic tips, guys. This isn't going to be anything revolutionary, just more material that's going to help you understand social media 101. So when you're looking to get started, we're going to show you how we integrate everything together and some of the basics on what you need to get your social media campaigns going. Okay, here's another question too. Think about this one. There are no social media experts. I've heard some people talk about this. I don't claim to be an expert. I claim to be an addict. I love social media. Okay, I live for social media. I love learning it. I network with people all over. But to say that there's no social media experts, that's just wrong. Okay, there are marketing experts in marketing. There's experts in technology, and there are experts in social media. How do we know this? Because the top internet marketers in the world are multi-millionaires. Or they can get paid in excess of $10,000 to do a tweet on their Twitter account. These guys understand everything about social media, okay, and what it takes to become successful in social media. So there are social media experts. I've heard that. I just wanted to clear that up with everybody. There are social media experts, and you too can become a social media expert. Okay, you just have to make sure you study. Okay, and you're always continuing your education with social media, and you will be there. So we're going to give you 5 basic takeaways from today. The first one, why social media? The second one, tips on getting started with social media. What is good content? Very important. Okay, very important. Why you need perfect mind, okay, for your social media. And the ChampionsWay Library online training course. Those are going to be our 5 takeaways that we give you today, and we're going to explain them, all of them. So let's go right into it. So the first one, why social media? Okay, here, my picture might not be too good, but this is a whole bunch of magazines, okay? A whole bunch of magazines. Here we have direct mail, okay? Mail, everybody gets direct mail. All right, everyone gets those packages, the Val Pack and other things. All right, here's some more mail that you get, maybe a postcard. All right, and then here this is my picture, believe it or not, cold calling. All right, so what we have here are traditional marketing methods. Okay, these are all traditional marketing methods: magazines, direct mail, mail, postcards, cold calling, commercials, which I have on the next page. All right, and now what I have on this page here is why these methods aren't so effective. Okay, so if we went back here, we looked at these traditional marketing methods. All right, now we're going to go to this page and we're going to talk about why they're not as effective as they once were. Well, the first one you see here is basic. It's a caller ID. So commercials and advertising on television. People, TiVo. I should be looking at the TiVo one. If people are doing commercials and you're investing $4,000 to get this commercial to go on Nickelodeon or something like that, the people, how many people are actually watching your commercial? I mean, I've sat down with these advertisers, and they show me, well, 2,000 people will be watching this, and like, how do they know that? They don't know how many people are watching it. They know how many people watch the main show, but how many people watch the commercial? They don't even know. And if they did, they wouldn't tell you because everyone doesn't watch it. Myself, I watch a lot of shows, and they're recorded, and I come back and watch it, and I don't ever watch the commercials. Okay, maybe the only thing I would watch is the Super Bowl commercial, and I don't think anyone on here is advertising on the Super Bowl. The next thing you have here is a sledgehammer. Okay, direct mail, cold calling, all these different traditional marketing methods. It's like you're forcing it down their throat. Okay, keep getting mail. We've heard about the drip system. These old methods of direct mail campaigns. It sounds really fancy and everything, but like I said, I believe it just drips right into the trash. Okay, that's my opinion of the drip system. And then here, what you have is you have a lot of unorganization. Okay, and the reason why I have that is this is a whole bunch of unorganization. When you're doing these types of methods, it's unorganized because you have no idea who's even looking at it. One of the things that Master Free taught me was that if you're doing any type of marketing, okay, any type of marketing, if you're unable to track it, okay, then why do it? And like to do it $4,000 or $2,000 on a direct mail campaign, and you get we got 3 calls out of it. Well, how many people actually looked at it? Wouldn't you rather know that stat? Well, that stat's never going to become available to you. All right, but guess what? When you're doing a blog post, all right, when you're you're adding on Facebook fan pages, when you're adding on when you're tracking links on Bitly, how many people are actually looking at the material that you're putting out. This here is like forcing. It's a picture of forcing somebody. That's again the traditional marketing method. You're forcing it on them. These commercials, these direct mail pieces, these cold calls. Okay, and then obviously is the caller ID. We know that it's a lot harder now to call people. All right, they see the number come up and they might not want to talk to you. They don't know the number; they're not going to talk to you. People, they want to be contacted. Some people don't even have a house phone anymore; they have their cell phones. So there's a lot more distractions today than there were before. And this is some of the stuff we went over at the Seaway, and we're going to be going over this again at the next Seaway in Miami. Okay, so these are just some things of basic social media we wanted to go over with you. Now, the other thing with social media is that you're able to target market through social